Hello, hello. We are live with Terra Nullius, episode 32 today. And it's going to be great because there is so much going on. And I can't wait to figure out how all of it's just going to continue to combust.
The right word, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Some things that combust may be situations. Other things that combust may be drugs. You never know. There may be some smoking involved.
Might be people, considering they're already, on fire.
That's true. There is always combustion happening all the time.
Let's avoid the spontaneous human combustion.
Yeah, except, if it's part of your physiology.
Purposeful.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
That makes it real life.
Yes, that's not good to happen in real life. But we're here, and we're ready to play some D&D, as I think I'm always ready to do, like, at every point of the week, but this is the only time I'm able to do it, except for on a Domini, I guess. But so, obviously, we left off with a fantastic cliffhanger last time, but of course, we have to spread that cliffhanger out even more because we have to go through goals. So let's do that, shall we? Toiterus log blossom. What goals do you got, buddy?
My goals are going to be the same. Find a college sister.
Okay.
Make a name for myself on the mainland. And hoop-de-doo.
And hoop-de-doo. That was my personal favorite goal.
Sounds like a really easy goal to accomplish.
Yeah. You just do.
You just buy a hoopty.
You just yell out hoop.
Yeah. So I gotta find that goal real quick on your character sheet because I need to write it in my. So I started making my notes in Roll20 instead of on a random Google Doc, so I can actually just reference them without having to go to a different computer all the time, which is handy.
Wow.
Or at least a different screen. What was your goal?
Well, then what's the purpose of having 4 screens?
So that I can run the stream and then also have the thing on which the stream is being run. And not a third screen that is like my laptop where I look up goals and notes and stuff. Because I used to have them like my laptop like right here all the time, so I could look up that stuff. But it's all here now. Okay, writing this down. Cool. Raya Olafemi.
I would like to teach Darius how to read.
Okay, tall order.
Find out more about the orb.
Mm-hmm.
And goal number 3.
And hoop-de-doo!
Hoop-de-doo!
That's what this says. Probably it should be titled hoop-de-doo.
I mean, it depends on if that becomes a recurring joke during the session.
I'll force it. I can beat a dead horse. You guys know.
We all know you can. We all know you can, Seth. So we're counting on you, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you.
Does the horse have a name?
No, it's a horse with no name.
Trying to think of a joke there.
I understood. Yeah.
Yep. That is what you intended for me to say, Jordan.
No, that is.
Okay.
That's what I was going for.
All right. Speaking of Alyssa's existential pain, let's. What are Ari's goals?
So much hurting.
I pride myself on my segues, so.
Fulfill my contract with Lord Navarro, train Mickey, and I still have learned more about the Earth's eyes, but if I'm being honest, I don't think Ari really cares.
Okay, totally fine.
So
I was cross off a note here.
I mean, I know that there's more to learn, and like fine. I want to know, but I just don't know if there's going to be really any opportunities for her to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, unless you have something for her this session, but I know you won't confirm or deny that.
Well, I mean, I want to work with you guys and not like have you have goals that will never be completed nor worked on. So I will try to provide, if you have that as a goal this session, I will make sure to provide an opportunity with which you can make a roll to try to learn this thing.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Then I'll keep it. The other one I was was thinking about was get over my past, but I don't think she could roll anything for that is the problem.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like that'd be more of a thing where like if Samuel comes into the picture, that would be a goal that you would maybe have, and that it could be directly related to him.
I mean, win.
But yeah.
Well, I know, right? Win. That's what scares me. I'm like,
yeah.
It's a big if. Who knows if we're ever gonna get back there? Who knows if
True.
they're gonna make it to tier?
It's
I
true.
know. They could get caught in a storm. Like,
Yeah,
you just never know.
because
Things happen.
obviously I would let that happen. Just
Yeah.
complete random chance just destroys them in the middle of the ocean, and no plot will ever come from that, I'm sure.
That's how
That
D&D
doesn't-
works,
that
right?
doesn't cause
It's
more
just
suffering.
random.
Random when the players are involved. I don't have to ever make anything random if I don't want to.
It's true.
I
But
control
yeah, so
everything
I'll
that's
just-
not you guys.
I'll just keep my goal then.
Okay, cool.
Dang it. I'm so conflicted.
Yeah.
There are 4 goals I have, and I have
Okay.
to figure out what the
Yeah,
3 are.
you cannot have 4 goals.
I know.
sorry to
That's
say.
why I'm.
I mean, you
that's
have a
why I
4th
like-
goal. It is make
party
a new
goal.
god of death.
Yeah, the party
Everybody has
goal.
that one. Yeah.
I'm so conflicted.
And we're gonna get so much XP when that happens.
I know, seriously, guys.
I'm still holding out for once Darius can read. Man,
Honestly,
it's gonna be so
almost
good.
all of your goals, Raya, are gonna be like that. Like, yeah.
Okay. I've picked out my 3. I'm going to continue with learn more about how someone becomes the god of death.
Mm-hmm.
My 3rd goal, because I'm going to skip to this right quick, has also stayed the same. Learn more about the caretaker. Who was he? And my 2nd goal is help Raya to have hope.
Ooh.
Directly conflicts with mine.
I know.
Which is get drugs.
Help Raya to have hope.
So you need to become Katara.
Yeah, just make some preachy speeches about hope, and you're
Darius.
Katarius, yeah.
Clearly, it will totally work. You just start talking about hope, and boom, people are
Yeah.
fixed.
Everyone's just like, oh wow, we of course. So sorry, which one are you still have find more of the caretaker's flowers?
No, that's the one that I like.
That's the
have
one you
taken.
took off. Learn more about the
Obvious.
caretaker. I mean, honestly, those are both the same goal. So
Okay.
that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Well,
why I let you have both of those goals at the
Okay.
same time, actually.
Because if you,
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just the same roles. So that makes
I mean,
sense.
if that works, then cool.
So
then
let's
I
just say that I was a wise GM, and how this conversation went was I was like, Jordan, actually I was thinking about this, and these are the same goal, and you should think of another goal. And then you're like, oh, Caleb, I actually have another goal that I planned the whole time. Anyway, okay. Cool. Goals for the session are good. So Miggy is going to continue to help Raya recover from her loss, earn Ari's love, and prove myself to the party. So.
Who?
All right, Miggy is going to prove himself to the party on Toidy's dead body.
I'll help him.
He's going to overhear Ari talking to Raya about, like, should I just kill him? And then Miggy just like, oh, just kill him. He
Maggie's
trusts
like,
me. I could just
maybe
assassinate him.
this is how I can get Ari to fall in love with me more and prove
Right.
myself.
Yeah.
And help Raya.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say, how is that going to help Raya by killing Toity?
I don't know. Ari thought it might help
I mean,
Raya.
his goal is help Raya recover from her loss. Recovery may, for him, be get over it and not care about it anymore.
Right.
Right? Not care about anything anymore. But no, that's not what he has in mind. So anyway, we're here, and we're gonna find out what happens when you touch a Fey gemstone on the forehead of an owl, and happen to sniff in caretaker flowers at the exact same time, and maybe the mix of magics make something really weird happen. And so
Oh no, we're going to kill the owl, aren't we?
So
Oh, no.
Darius. So I've thought about a couple of different ways that this could go.
Oh no.
But what I settled on was this. Darius, would you...
I am the walrus. Look at you.
Of all the ways that I pictured that going, that was not it. That does not happen. So, Darius, would you roll 66 for me?
Oh no.
God.
That's like fireball damage, I think.
No, Not 66.
Not the
damage.
number 66.
Pulling an
Gosh
Alyssa
darn
from
you.
last time.
6d6. Okay, cool. Darius, you take 23 damage. 23. I'm trying to think of what
Damage?
type of damage that would be. 23 force damage, probably. So you feel a ripping sensation, Darius. And it feels similar. It feels very familiar to two instances that you can remember. One, that nagging sensation that happened when you were about to die. And honestly, the moment that you did die, for that time that you were in the in-between, it feels like that. And also the time when you were in the orb and got ripped out of it. You know, you don't remember that you got stuck there, but it feels similar to that, right? It's this ripping sensation where you know that something, like there was a tug that suddenly appeared in your mind's eye, and then it grabbed you and pulled you without your consent this time. Suddenly everything around you disappears except for the owl. You and the owl are suddenly in, it looks very similar to the area that you were in before, but like it's just jungle now. It's just like swampy jungle. You're just surrounded by swamp. And it's just you and this owl. And the owl seems relatively unaffected, but you're just sitting in like this swamp that's now completely uninhabited. It looks a lot like Dagobah, like really dark, dismal swamp. Like not much sunlight is getting through this jungle canopy. And you instantly hear like this incredible ambiance of like the jungle around you. Incredibly loud noises, where before it was like the sound of the festival happening, right? Instead, it's replaced by a different kind of festival, the festival of jungle animals and insects and like the creaking of branches. And you're just in this primordial jungle. It looks very similar to that primordial jungle that we got in Raya's vision, of like the primordial past of the Yellowly Basin. And so you just suddenly are there. You've experienced this ripping sensation. You're definitely hurt, but you're just sitting in this jungle now, and the owl is like there. It's on the same perch basically, but instead of it being like an actual like carved perch like it was like made by the Genasi for him, it's just a stump. It's just like a fallen over tree that like there's just a stump remaining, and he's just sitting on it, and he looks at you and just kind of like cocks his head like, well, that was a thing, sort of a expression. And before we go any further with this, would you roll a D100 for me?
Jeez.
Also, like, I think Darius kind of comments, I'm going to get used to that one of these days.
Yeah.
I'd better learn too.
88.
Darius is dead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong dice. Roll a D20. Sorry about that.
I was like, what kind of random effect's gonna happen here?
13. Okay, cool. So, yeah, that happens. What do you do?
Okay. You know, the downside is I don't remember anything of what I was going to ask the owl now. This is what happens when you don't play for a week.
And you didn't
Should've
write
wrote
it down.
I didn't have time. And I forgot it. I didn't even think about writing it down.
That's not an excuse. You did have time. You just didn't.
I totally had time, but
Yeah, we talked afterward, and then
yeah.
So do you like have a moment of pause where you just like don't say anything but like what you just said?
Yeah, and I think Darius kind of says that to himself.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like looking around.
Yeah, so I think the owl then looks at you and says, "Huh, well, that's interesting. speaking in primordial, so you can understand.
Yeah. So, was it supposed to happen like this?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that's kind of how everything goes with me.
I noticed. I would just say, let's try again, but I don't want to know what would happen if you, if like.
Yeah, no. Let's one time's enough. I think that would. I don't know. I don't want to break the world any more than it's already broken.
Oh, don't worry. You haven't broken the world. You've simply transported us to the Feywild.
Is that where we are?
Yes, of course.
Called it.
That's in my head. I was like, that's.
I thought there was now just a third Darius at this point.
Third Darius. There's like 20 Dariuses at this point.
There's Darius.
Yeah, we don't need to go through the whole list again.
Darius.
Yeah, so he says, I'm very familiar with this place, though it has been some time since I've been here.
Oh, wait. Hold it. I actually think I did write those down.
Got transport to the Fey realm, is what you said?
Feywild.
Feywild.
Yeah.
Okay, I totally wrote them down.
Awesome. Good job, past Jordan.
Yeah, past Jordan actually did something right for future Jordan for once. Now if I could just stop eating cookies.
Yeah.
Cookies are delicious.
Exactly.
Oh, dude.
They're a trap.
We started on cookies.
Great Owl, what is your name? Did we get a name for him last time?
Superb owl.
Dang it, Jordan. I gotta make a name for this guy. I was just like content to call him Great Owl and leave it at that.
Just say.
I could.
No,
revoke-
he obviously has a name, so give me a second.
This is why you always keep
Should
random.
always know that we ask the name of everybody.
Yes,
I've been trying to be good at not asking people's names recently.
See, now I want to ask everyone what their name is.
I want to ask the person who we got the drugs from their name. I want to.
Sure.
You in the striped sweater with the glasses.
So he says, "My name is Apuch."
I love
Really?
it.
Because he looks like an owl.
Spelled like that, you dorks.
It doesn't look like a pooch.
Shut
I was
up.
more thinking of.
I
Like,
can't ever
Apu
get
from
it
The
right.
Simpsons.
That's why I don't want to
Hold
make
on.
names for all these stupid
on.
NPCs.
Hold on, I just would like to admire the fact that Alyssa actually laughed at something at a joke that said to me for once.
That was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I finally made it in life.
This is like Mickey proving himself to the party, except with Seth and you.
Seth
Oh, I
makes
don't
me-
need to.
Seth, the player, has had a goal for a while now. That is prove himself.
Seth makes me laugh all the time. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
It's just my puns that don't do it as
Yeah, no.
That's true. That's fair.
That was a good one though.
Good. Thank you, Seth.
Yeah, so he says, "My name is Apuch." Though, as you could obviously tell, most of the time I am just called the Great Owl.
Do you have a preference?
He does whatever the owl equivalent of shrugging is, which maybe you don't understand.
Well, would it just be like a side twist?
Yeah,
of
just
the
like a
head?
side twist of the head.
Tell me, Apuch, may I know how many are your years?
I don't know if that's a relevant question for a Fae such as myself. I am as old as I need to be, and I am never any younger. I am old, certainly. At least as old as... Well, at least as old as the swamp that my people live in, but time works differently in the Feywild as opposed to the material world, so I have no proper reference with which to provide you an answer. Just say old, and we'll leave it at that.
Then perhaps you might be able to answer a couple of questions I have about the past.
I would be pleased to help you with any such inquiry. However, I do not know if here and now is the proper place. You see, the Feywild is a very dangerous location.
Can I be reminded why he originally did this with my forehead?
I
Open his
believe it
mind.
was. Yes, did you write it down?
Says owl can touch my mind to expand it. Ask if they know anything about the cult of the dying flame. Hadn't heard of them in some time. Says the owl can touch my mind to expand it. And says Darius
so
says
just drugs basically was what he was gonna do. No. So basically, I think it was like he was just gonna help you probably find the location of confirm the location of the Genasi, the cult of the dying flame, which you had gotten a idea of because of Balaam, but you wanted to make sure that the talking stone was actually, telling the truth.
So that should have been Toity.
No. You specifically
said,
I know.
if anyone's
I
mind
know.
should be touched, it should be me.
It should be. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
but it in reality, it probably should have been Toity.
No, we didn't want that to happen because it went
Because
last
of-
time.
Oh, because of the stone. Okay.
See, the issue is all y'all have weird magical things going on, so I think any one of you, there's a possibility of something like this happening.
yeah.
Mickey would have been fine. Mickey would have been
Yeah.
totally fine.
No, Mickey probably would have been freaked out by it. He'd be like,
Yeah, I mean, if he had failed to save, he probably would have had his mind broken or something like that. But
He's tough.
first his
He's knocking
heart, now
off.
his mind.
yeah.
Oh,
Hey, his heart
Hey,
is
he's-
slowly healing.
But that's not funny to say.
yeah, that's.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said that this would expand my understanding.
Yes, I was hoping that a channel could be opened between my power and your mind, and maybe I could help you in your search. Maybe we could use the power of the Feywild together to seek out the location of the people you are looking for. But I believe there was a conflict of magic at work here. Tell me, Darius, have you been in contact with a god recently?
Yeah, about that. I don't suppose you know Shibolba by any chance?
Yes, I am aware of the god of death.
Yes. I've been in contact with him,
I see.
and well, I took his place for a while.
Took his place. What do you mean by that exactly?
Well, has it been a few months since Darius technically died? It's been a few months, right?
It's been
A few weeks.
it's been a month, I think, because there was a break of
Yeah.
couple 2 or 3 weeks, but I think it's been
Well,
a
because I
month.
mean, Ari, destroyed Ari or Raya, whoever destroyed Darius'
yeah,
body
that's true.
on November 29th.
Yeah, so a month. Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
month and 2 days.
so okay, about a month ago, I died, and
Ah, that's rather inconvenient.
yeah, tell me about it.
I'm sure you could tell me more than I could tell you.
I probably could. In fact, long story short, the god of death stopped me from passing through.
Interesting. As far as I know, the god of death's job is to prevent that sort of thing from happening.
Yeah, he may have broken the rules a little,
I see.
but he
So
was
he's-
dying.
What do you say?
He was dying.
Ah. Yes, I was aware of that. He has been dying for some time now, but I had not confirmed his passing until now. I assume he has gone on then?
Yes, while I was in that space, I walked with him and spoke with him, and then in that time he passed, and I temporarily stepped into the role.
See, that explains quite a few things, Darius. You have a touch of divinity in you, I think. Your close encounter with the...
Third kind.
I was hoping to finish that sentence before you said that. I knew you were going to do it, Seth. I just knew it.
Before you say those things, just mute people. So then it takes them a second to unmute themselves.
That's... Oh, man, I should just start doing that. Yeah. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I should do that. You're right.
You're
I should use my
welcome.
powers of moderation more
I'll
liberally.
hover my thing over the mute button.
Yeah, so he says, your close encounter with the god of death has changed you. And you say you took over for him for a certain amount of time.
I did. I don't know how long it was.
So tell me, is there anyone currently taking the place of the god of death?
No, and that's why we are here.
Yes. I figured something like that must have happened. The amount of undead that have been roaming around recently has been the sign of something horrible, of course. Interesting. Darius, you were the one who sent us to this place. Your combination of energy with mine, of course, sent us to the place where the power was concentrated, and that was, of course, the Feywild. I believe that, as I said, you have a spark of divinity, and you may have some sort of transcendental quality that allows you to pass through planes of existence more freely than a mortal should. Seems to be the explanation for this. Tell me, have you experienced anything similar to this before?
Besides when I was dead, once.
Tell me about it.
Do you know the orb of Shabolba?
Yes, of course.
Wait, actually, hold on. Does Darius actually know he was in the orb?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
You know.
That's right.
Why are we telling a fake creature though?
You say I talk too much.
I mean, nobody's around for us to stop him, so.
Exactly.
I know. I'm
Those are the
depressed
best
not
parts.
reading a book against a tree right now.
Yup. In a different dimension.
I stepped into the orb for a time.
You stepped
I don't.
into the orb? I have never heard of
Yes,
such a thing.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I did. I just tried to. I was just trying to find something, and then, well, I found that thing inside the orb.
Interesting.
I managed to get out. I don't know if that's a normal thing, but
Normal may have a different meaning for you, Darius, than it does for the rest of humanity at this point. Interesting. Very interesting. And Darius, would you make a perception check for me?
Darius, the perceptive one.
Yeah, we all know how incredibly perceptive Darius is. Okay. Let me double check something.
If only I had advantage that time.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so you notice the sound of something approaching. Like, it's very obviously, like, approaching your location. And I think Apuch also, like looks up and like, cocks his head and he says, "It looks like we're no longer alone. As I said, the Feywild is dangerous. Do you wish to attempt to escape this plane?"
Well, it seems we have three options. Escape, try to fight it and somehow manage to maybe win, or die. I like escaping.
Oh, yes, you could escape, I'm sure.
You don't have a way to avoid this?
Oh, no. What I'm saying is, I can't really do anything right now. I am, I'm actually not really here. My spirit is here. My body is
Wait.
still back in the original dimension.
So wait, am I actually here right now, or?
Yes, of course you are.
Okay, so I need to get out. Well, locate object worked the last time.
At least I believe my body is there. As I said, I'm disconnected from it right now, so. Basically what I'm trying to say, Darius, is I can't help you right now. You're on your own.
It's not the first time.
And I imagine it won't be the last in your line of work.
Unfortunately, but you learn to work with what you've got. And Darius starts using locate objects to
Does that work through planes of existence?
it works for the orb.
Yeah, that's the thing. It worked through a plane of existence the last time he did.
That's
it.
true. That's true. Well, no, because it was in the same plane of existence. He just happened to go through it, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, the orb was, yes, technically.
I gave Toity his little figurine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Darius uses locate object on Toity's figurine.
Okay, cool. Make a wisdom save. No, make a Arcana check first, because you're like actively attempting to try to figure it out.
Man, I need something to help with this.
I mean, you could regale us a tale about Darius. if you
Regale a
wanted to.
tale.
Okay. I do have. I do have something that I was like kind of saving on the back burner, but I don't know like the details of it. Okay, so how about the reason why Darius hates snakes?
Okay,
he's an
sure,
angel.
sure.
So when Darius was still young, and obviously Calvitas had taken over, and he had, he was running away and trying to figure out how to survive. Calvitas was giving him directions and like helping him to learn how to fight and survive, so that Darius didn't get himself killed. During that time, he happens to wander into the jungle once or twice as he was wandering around and just trying not to get murdered. And this was when he was a little older, so he had some combat experience at this point. He had figured out how to use the axe, and he had practiced with the throwing the spears a little bit. But he hadn't really run into snakes up until this point. And when he first saw one, he kind of didn't really notice it. But Calvitas kind of said, wait, something's not right here. And almost before it was, right before it was too late, Calvitas said, look over there, and Darius was able to just get out of the way and fought off and killed the snake. There was another one though that happens to slither up behind him and bite his arm, and he had to suffer through the poisoning and try not to die. He managed to kill that snake too. But that's when Calvitas said, you can never trust a snake. And he said, snakes are your worst enemy. This is the thing that you have to look out for always. You can never trust a snake.
Yeah, Darius' entire life has led up to this whole quest.
Now I really want to go back to the thing with Calvitas. With Calvitas campaign.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's supposed to be a one shot.
Yeah. Todd Volo is still out there somewhere.
Okay, so Arcana
Immortal.
check.
Yes. With advantage.
Inspiration or with advantage.
Okay, not bad.
Okay, 16. So I think what you kind of sense is that there's like a... It's working, but it's going to take time. Of course, that's also the moment where all the things that were like gonna attack you jump into the clearing. So I think we just get a shot of Darius's face as he's like concentrating, and then he like looks over, and we just get the reaction shot as whatever this is like is growling and like jumping out of the trees. But we cut back to the rest of you in the real world. When we return, we'll roll initiative, Jordan, and do all that fun stuff.
Oh my god.
And so yeah, you guys are in the village, and so remind me where all of you were at. I know Toity was right next to Darius, and Raya and Miggy were like in the corner somewhere, like by a
Sitting
tree.
against a tree.
Yeah. Where are you, Ari?
I think I just kind of like stormed off to like another corner of the village, and I'm just like hacking away at a tree with my machetes very angrily.
Just for no reason whatsoever.
Hopefully not the tree that me and Miggy are sitting by.
Like,
no,
I'm
like on the
somewhere
other
else.
I'm just on like the other end,
Yeah, sure.
just cursing and
Okay, cool.
slashing away the tree.
So Toity,
Mm-hmm.
you're right next to this situation, and suddenly Darius and the owl disappear. So, so apparently he was wrong about the fact that his body was still in the material world, at least in the same place.
I turn to the. What was
And
it?
so
What
like
was it?
the party stops, and everyone just looks over like, what?
Wait, what was his name? The noble chap.
Tizok?
I turned to Tizok. I'm like, was that supposed to happen?
Make a charisma save, Toity. So I want to see
I'm
how
glad
innocent. I want to see how innocent you come off in this initial moment.
I'm glad I'm good at charisma saves.
It's true.
Wait, oops.
It's a shame Darius isn't there to help.
Oh no!
Oh no. Okay, cool. So Tizok looks at you and says, What kind of witchcraft is this? Trickery? Betrayal?
It's like
Some
no,
deliverance you offer us.
Wait, sorry. What did you say?
Some deliverance you offer us.
I did nothing. It was my friend Darius. I have no clue what just happened.
Darius did it. It wasn't me.
I was like, what? I don't know what just happened. Okay, so actually,
the people start like muttering and like looking at this like, what?
Okay, so I take it that wasn't supposed to happen.
No, of course not. Our guardian, the great owl, he protects us.
I will turn like, I'm just gonna like think of like real quick, and I'll say like, okay. Until your
this is what I'm
guardian...
gonna need. I'm gonna need some PVC pipes, a couple of sticks of gum.
And then Toity becomes MacGyver.
That's what it sounded like to me. So sorry.
I'm gonna say like, okay, I don't know what happened to your guardian, but I will do because we can't leave without Darius.
I mean, probably not. No, yeah.
But like you can't be without your guardian, and we can't be without ours. And Darius was our guardian as well.
Right over there. She saw it. You got her.
No, Darius.
I know. You said guardian.
I'm guardian.
Right.
I know, but I meant like Darius.
I know.
He's
making a really...
okay.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
There's not a better way to say meat shield.
Yeah, fair. At least in a nicer way to say meat shield.
Yes. It's like your protector is gone. Our protector is gone. We, like until they return, I will stay here to make sure you guys are safe.
Yes, you will stay here. Because if you left, it would be awfully suspicious now, wouldn't it?
It would, I agree. And I'm making sure you guys stay safe while your guardian is gone.
He looks at you, he's like, bullcrap. Absolute bullcrap.
Hey, I'm trying to say something. I already rolled a 9.
No, yeah.
That's what I can do.
Yeah, Alyssa?
I was just gonna say, so I hear the music stop, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I run over.
Very pronounced. Yeah, you see this whole situation. Darius and the owl are just gone.
I just go, what the happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. Darius disappeared.
He disappeared. What do you mean?
He touched the owl's. What was it again?
It's like a gemstone on his forehead.
There was a gemstone on the owl's forehead. Darius touched it, and they both just disappeared. I'm saying this in common, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah, right, because
So Darius is gone again.
Yes, he's gone again.
So Miggy, I think. I mean, you're over there with. He's over there with Raya. And you guys both hear the music stop, and he kind of like looks at you, Raya, like, what? What's going on? He kind of like stands up. How do you react?
Down. I make moves to start getting up to, I guess, see what happened.
Yeah, so he does the thing where, like, as any noble gentleman would, he helps you to your feet. Do you accept his help?
Sure.
It's a gesture you're very familiar with. Like,
yeah, it's just kind of like I don't think about
Yeah.
accepting the help. It's just an automatic kind of like, oh, this is like what happens.
Yeah.
And civilized society.
Exactly, right. It's something you've been gone from for a while. But yeah, he says, should we go see what's happening?
I guess.
Okay, yeah, so the two of them kind of like go over, I guess.
Head back over.
Yeah. Yeah, so everybody's just kind of like in the square, and like all of the villagers are definitely just like looking at y'all like, I'm still really high, but like I'm suspicious now.
Yeah, I just
They seem very
kind of
confused.
just go, what happened in Primordial?
I'm just gonna look at her and go, just pointing at the direction.
Yeah, so
Go.
like where the owl's gone, and like you don't see a Darius anywhere, so I don't know what you saw of the whole exchange, but
Where did they go?
I don't know. Darius touched the stone on the owl's head, and they both just disappeared.
yeah, so you hear in your mind, Toity, do you need any help?
I just think, not right now. No, don't say that. Say, leave me alone.
Are you positive?
Leave me alone.
Very well,
Trying to
Toity.
think.
I just kind of look over to Zoc and I kind of go, can I cast some magic to try and get a message to the one who left to
Make a
find out what
persuasion
happened?
check. Yeah.
Actually, I rolled a 2 on that charisma save.
Yep.
Oh no.
You rolled first.
Awesome.
I rolled a
Love
5
these
at least.
nines. Love these nines. Okay. Cool. So
It's not a good day.
he looks at you, and I think like that's what like kind of like puts his suspicion over the edge, and he just looks at some of like the people, and he's just like, lock them up.
Nope.
How do you guys respond?
Wait, how
Are we
many
all like together? We're all in like the same
Yeah.
area.
Here,
Okay,
I'll drag you guys to
I want to take out the beans
Oh yeah.
and yell, "Run!"
How many? Wait. How many? How close are they to
But
us?
I'll drag you to the map.
Okay, because I can cast calm emotions.
So
Do you think they'd give us drugs in prison?
someone will give you drugs. in prison.
Prison drugs. Prison drugs.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
So that's the situation, basically.
Wait, I don't
Okay.
see us. Oh, that's a lot of people.
That is a lot of people. A lot of
Calm-
high people.
Oh look,
Yep.
there's Buck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Buck's a thing.
I
I love Buck. Hi, Buck.
Jordan, why'd you have to do this to us?
I did not choose the path that I have walked down, but I will tell you this. I have no idea what's about to happen to any of us. So buckle up and let's get going.
Jordan, I love you. Oh, that's funny.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
is that what you do, Ari? You
I mean, okay. The problem is though is that there's some people right next to us.
I mean, you guys could try running first, and then
Right.
do it to keep everybody out.
It doesn't say. Why doesn't my thing say how wide the barrier is? It doesn't say.
I can think of one thing, and
Isn't
it's
it
gonna
10
just
isn't it
piss
10
them off
foot?
even more.
Radius?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Doesn't say.
Forming. So it would be 15-foot radius.
15 foot. Okay, that's pretty
Yeah,
wide.
it's pretty wide. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna get a lot of them in there. But I mean, worst comes to worst, right? That's just less people trying to get after us.
Yeah. Tizake will be in there. But...
Ooh, I wonder if I could go over here and then capture Tizak in there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that
that would be so bad.
that wouldn't get them to like us, but
No.
certainly protect us.
It would basically make you guys terrorists.
I mean, I don't. But that's the thing, though, is that she doesn't hear lock them up. I don't understand what's happening. So unless somebody says, "Crap, they're locking us up,"
That's
I can bring
true.
it to
Yeah.
that. So I
So
didn't think about that.
Toity and Raya, who understand Primordial, what do you guys say in response to that? I mean, you in the moment, like, do you say anything immediately, or do you wait until they start moving towards you guys? In which case, I feel like Ari would act.
And
I don't know what to do. Like, I really don't know what to do. There's only one thing I can think of, and it will not get us any friends if it fails.
We already don't
Rod
have
of
friends.
rulership. Rod of rulership.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Mhm.
But they're already gonna hate me if they're. Oh my gosh,
So this is the
they're
thing.
gonna.
If you want to retain these people as friends, you will let them lock you up, and then when Darius makes his way back with the owl will explain everything, and everything will be okay. But if you make a move towards these people, they will probably not forgive you.
that's I kind of just want to say in Primordial, like what I said was like, do we get drugs in prison?
I think Tizak is so flabbergasted by that comment that he just stares at you. And I think like the people who are like starting to like they took one step forward to like grab you, and they all just like look at you like, what? So you've gained a moment of hesitation at the very least.
Is that a yes?
I'm gonna.
What's happening?
Wait. Okay. Let me think this through. How many people are there?
A
A
lot.
lot.
I was looking for a
3, 4,
number.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So you don't know the number off the top of your head. I guess my question. Okay. So I'm probably knowing that there's a lot of them. I'm probably just going to
There's
turn.
36.
I count 35, but
Did you
I'm
include
going to-
Tizak?
better. I didn't count Tizak, so there's 36 and counting Tizak.
I'm gonna seeing that Raya doesn't really care to fight. I'm probably just gonna turn to Ari and say, "Right, Ari, stand down. There's no
What
way
is
we."
happening?
Well, let's just say they don't trust us right now, and I feel like acting out is going to make it worse. And we don't have Darius.
Are they going to try to kill us?
No, they just want to lock us up for a little bit.
To kill us later?
They're not. Look, we can do stuff to keep them from getting.
Either do something or I will.
All I'm saying is let's stand down until Darius comes back.
Who's to say he will?
Yeah, that's the issue, right? Like,
Toity, you do something right now or I am going to do something.
Miggy looks at you like, please, Toity, save us.
That's the problem.
Like-
I don't have anything I can do.
You can cast Calm Emotions or Rod of Rulership. You
true.
have lots of things you can do.
Calm emotions only works in a 15-foot radius.
Okay, but you can calm the leader, at least. Or the people trying to, get to us.
Yeah, Toity, the issue, so is that a one action cast?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. It's still magic, and they would see you do it and hear you do it. So it's a toss up as to whether or not it would help or just make things much worse.
Yeah. That's honestly the problem. Because the other thing is for Rod of Rulership, everyone has to make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. That's 36 chances for someone to make.
Hold on. Well, no, because that wouldn't work either. Never mind.
Yeah, but all we need is their leader not to tell them to lock us up.
Yeah,
If
all you
he's
need is
just
one
if he
12-year-old
fails
child.
it, then
That's the thing. Wait, let me read this again. Well, charm this way the creature
You could
grudges
also
trust-
ask Balam for help. Oh,
I'm not touching that.
Okay.
I'm not making this worse.
Hey, the time
Either
to
you're gonna do
use-
something or Ari is gonna do something.
Let me check real quick. I want to see. It doesn't say they know I charmed them.
Yeah, but
I
we know you
like
cast
it
a
to
spell.
make it clear that I'm not doing anything.
I think we were all aware of that fact.
Wanted to make it abundantly
Sounds good.
clear.
Okay.
Apathetic Raya will be apathetic.
Okay, I'm probably gonna do this just because I know. Here's the problem. Tony knows very well that if he brings out the Rod of Rulership, he's just gonna cause problems. But he also knows if he doesn't bring out the Rod of Rulership, Ari might kill some people.
Yeah, exactly.
So
yeah, the lesser two evils here.
yeah, unfortunately. So I don't think, and calm emotions.
I have an option that you're not gonna like.
I'm curious I'm curious what it is.
Kill everyone.
If in case your Dimension Door won't work and Tiny Hut won't work.
It's not those.
I'm curious, what is the
Yeah, what's your idea?
Who says you have to use calm emotions or the rod of rulership on the Genasi? You could use it on Ari.
That's true.
No,
you
'cause
could.
I'm pretty sure
I
she'll know.
swear.
That would make actually. I feel like that would be the thing that would make everything worse. So much more so. That's probably the worst decision out of all of those. Just saying.
Yeah,
That would
Ari
get
will
you. That
literally
would get you
kill-
killed.
yeah. I'm pretty sure they know it happens.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't say they know it happened.
The route of rulership.
No, the calm emotions.
Right, but they would see you casting a spell.
Oh, no, that's right, because they would still see me casting
Exactly.
it even if I did do it. Okay, that's a good point. So
They're
yeah.
all staring at you, so there's not going to be much of a chance of you like disguising the
stealthy
fact
about
that
it.
you're doing it.
So okay, on that note, Tony's just gonna like sigh, reach in his back, reach behind him, and pull the rod of rulership out position from behind his back, and kind of just like push, like kind of pop it down on the ground, and use the serpent's glory. And I'm going to use as many bardic inspiration die as it takes to make sure he fails it.
So you're going to use it on. So what's the radius on that? Like 300 feet.
120 feet.
120
So it
feet.
hits everybody.
So it gets everybody. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I will
right.
scare you guys because I know if I do this on Ari, she will kill me.
So the question is, do I want to do 36 separate checks, or should I just do this as one roll?
That's up to you.
Because I think it's.
I
not
feel like
gonna-
you should make one for Tazak and then one for the people.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Wisdom
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yep. Let's do that.
DC 15, and I'm
Okay.
preparing my bardic inspiration die.
Let's do it, peeps. Let's do it. So, let's start with the people. Got it. Wisdom save, you said?
Wisdom save.
15.
Oh no!
Oh, okay. So a natural 20 for the villagers.
So there's nothing I can do about them.
All the high people are, yeah.
There's nothing I can do.
Okay, well, Tazak
what's
maybe?
your bardic inspiration?
A D8, but they crit. So
It's
Yeah.
last time we had a crit,
Yeah, I
we
don't
said
think there's
don't
any
even
way.
bother.
Yeah. So they are going to not. They're not going to follow this, but there's a
I
chance
just need
that
their
Tizak could fall. For
I
it.
swear, if he gets a natural
That would
20,
be
I'm just gonna flip
hilarious,
this table.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be so funny?
That's better.
Thank
Okay,
God.
Okay, so he fails.
so he now considers me his trusted ruler.
Does it say? Did you say anything about whether or not they know that someone just tried to do this on them?
It doesn't say as much. It says you can use an action to present the rod and command obedience from each creature of your choice that you can see within 120 feet of you. Each target must succeed on DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for 8 hours. While charmed in this way, the creature regards you as its trusted leader. If harmed by you or your companions or commanded to do something contrary to its nature, a target ceases to be charmed in this way. The rod can't be used until the next dawn.
Toity, get me drugs.
Okay, so this is so. What do you say when you do this?
Well, I just have to present it.
Right, but do you say anything, or do you just like
I say something.
look into the staff?
Please don't lock us up.
Well, I'll present it. Then, like, if it works, I wanted to say.
Yeah,
something.
you see Tizak, and I don't think we've really established whether or not like they look at it or like what exactly happens when they like are charmed by it. But Tizak probably like stares at the rod, and then he looks at you, and he just seems like calmed for a second. Like he was kind of freaking out before, and he's like takes a deep breath. He's like, "I'm sure there's a way we can think through this reasonably, Toity. Just come with me, and we'll take you aside, and then we can figure out what happened."
I agree. Let's do this peaceably.
I was gonna say maybe you could convince them to just take. Oh no, Ari probably wouldn't trust that either. I was gonna say to just take you aside.
I was saying I was saying that in the primordial. I'm gonna turn around and say, "There, we're good."
Thank you.
So that's the thing. You hear all of the like people still muttering though, and I think one of them yells out, "We don't trust devils here." Like some person in the crowd that you like just random.
Could you? I'll say, could you tell them that she's not a devil?
I mean, it's true. So.
Well, you're not the kind they're thinking of anyway. I don't think.
I mean,
You're a
I
nice
think the
devil.
kind they're thinking of.
Is it?
No, probably not. But yeah, you're an Egyptian devil, you know.
I mean, I can't really change who I am.
Yeah. So
Like Hades.
I'm gonna have Tizak make a persuasion roll to try to like calm the crowd down.
I'm gonna give him barbaric inspiration.
Okay. Sure.
There's nothing saying I can't
We'll
give
see
it
how
to
this
him.
goes.
There you go.
Cool.
Use it anyway.
Yeah.
I force him to use his bardic inspiration. I have a D8.
Use your bardic inspiration.
Tizak, use the bard. Okay. So he says some words in primordial. He basically says like, please, brethren, these people have done nothing to harm us. It seems there's just been a misunderstanding. And he like turns to you, Toady. Apologize. I apologize for my hastiness in this matter. I believe we are all a little
Fence?
Hi.
well, that's the thing. He's trying to think of a word for that, right? Like
On edge.
Enamored?
I think we are all a little not on our highest wit at the moment.
I think you are on your highest.
Well, I was going to say that's highly understandable.
He says, I don't really understand the pun you just attempted to make, seeing that it doesn't quite work in primordial. But... No, yeah. So I think there's like a bit of a tense situation where like there's obviously no party happening right now. So, I mean, I don't know what happens exactly. Like, everyone's just kind of like standing around. I think T-Zog looks at you and says, please, is there anything that we can do to try to return them to us?
Is there anyone who... I mean, is there any other magical user in your village?
He just like shakes his head. I have some small magical ability at my disposal, but I don't think it would help in this situation.
Here, let's see if my friend here can see what happened. She has a knack for these sorts of things.
Yes, I assume you're speaking of Raya.
Yes.
Raya, what you got for us?
She pulls
Hey,
stuff
devil.
up. She pulls the orb out of her eyeliner kit.
Yeah.
Why am I pulling my orb out? I'm gonna use sending to see.
Oh, I figured that's what you were gonna do.
I'm not pulling the orb out of in a village.
I was gonna say, yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and what are you gonna send? Yeah.
So I'm trying to send a message to Darius to say, where are you? Are you okay?
Are you with the owl?
Is the owl with you?
Roll a D100 for me.
Yeah, I was about to say we gotta roll for this
Yep.
because he's on a different
Because
plane.
it's on a different plane. There's a 5%.
You just hear, okay?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, there you go. You're good. Okay, cool. So, Darius, you hear that message. We cut back to you. You hear that message just as a bunch of fey creatures, come out of the swamp and attack you. So let's make an initiative roll, real quick, and we'll do this.
Dang it! I didn't click on Darius.
Well, good, because that initiative roll was horrible.
I will add it.
I mean, that's not
manually.
going to change it.
Cool. The owl is not going to be able to do anything. So you see two types of very strange creatures. Man, I didn't click on it. What am I
Frick!
doing?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
What's with all the crits? This last time we had all the crits, now they get all the crits.
And then-
Welcome, my friends, to the crit cycle.
Yep.
What is that?
So the first type of creature. So let me actually put these guys on the map, like how they would be coming at you. So they're like coming from up here. And so you see these first. They're like bat-like creatures that just like are kind of look like little gargoyles almost, but like they're definitely like bats. And it's kind of like a weird mix between like a bat and a monkey and a gargoyle. And they're just like flying out from the jungle and they're just like hissing. There's like, and then you see these behind them, and they're like bipedal, and they're coming out of the swamp, like out of the muck. And they seem to be like the bat's handlers, and they look like this.
Ooh.
And yeah, they have like mushrooms growing on their backs. Like their whole back is just covered in like green mushrooms.
More drugs.
Yeah, more drugs, right? And they have like these really sharp, long teeth and like these like horrible looking grins, and they're just like coming out of the swamp, like saying in primordial, probably in Sylvan, but like it's probably like a pigeon mix of primordial and Sylvan. You like almost recognize it. Basically something along the lines of like, get him, get the interloper. More meat tonight. That's at least what you think they're saying, Darius. Maybe it's poorly translated, but so these bat things are gonna attack you first, and
let's see if I get one-shotted.
yeah, that would
I
be
swear, if
fun.
Darius dies again.
That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Look, I
Technically,
can't
he
bring him
can't
back
die.
until December 4th of 1493, so
Wait,
just
what?
FYI. I can only use true resurrection once a year, so can't bring him back until December 4th, 1493.
right.
It's true. It's true.
Unless you level up enough by then to
Yeah, to just
just cast it yourself.
cast it yourself, or like unlock her abilities more. And so the reason that you didn't see these guys right away, Darius, and why they're like right on top of you is like you heard them, but like they were literally invisible, and so they just like appear in front of you and like attack, these bats, yeah, they're gonna attack you. Let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna see. So I think this first round is just them getting to you, and then they all cast some sort of spell that you don't like. You can obviously see they're like chanting, and like these bat things can like speak themselves, and so they're like saying something intelligible. But it seems like their arms, they're like little claws, like become entangled in like thorny vines, and they're like coming towards you like about to like scratch you up and with these thorny vines too. And then the things behind you are... Let's see.
They get a surprise round on me.
No, because you heard them coming. Got a very bad roll. So I think what happens is all of them just are like standing there, and then they all start like dry heaving, and then suddenly they just all vomit out as like a single, like almost simultaneously, just like a noxious stream of bog filth mixed with stomach acid at you, and it just kind of like soars over the like it's like literally like a projectile, like it's like a bombardment, like they just like aim it up at the sky and just like whoosh, it's just like falling on top of you. This like horrible mix of like bog filth and stomach acid. Make 4 different DC 11 Constitution saving throws.
And no, who's doing that?
You.
No. Well,
Oh, all of the Fey with the mushrooms on their backs.
so they do get a turn before me.
Oh, no, you're right. They don't go on the same thing. Okay, yeah, so that happened. It's your turn first, and then you can see them. They're starting to dry heave, then, is what's happening here.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot that they went after you.
Darius like looks at all of that. He says, "Nope," and puts up the hood.
Oh, right, of course. Yeah. So we'll see if this works.
I hope it works. I really hope it
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
Okay.
At
Yeah,
least
the
on
owl,
some-
the owl's just saying like, I'm very sorry about this. I wish I could help you.
Actually, while he's like saying this, but then he also like gets the message from.
Right, yeah.
So what was it exactly? Basically, like.
Wasn't like, where are
The
you?
message was, "Where are you? Are you okay? Is the owl with you?"
Drafting a message. It's so fun when we're drafting a message.
No, don't do the Jeopardy music. It's sad now.
Oh, that's
Why
right.
is it sad?
Alex Trebek got diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic
Oh
cancer.
no.
What? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Alex Trebek.
Also, Caleb, I think Rex Random already left the chat.
No. Dang it.
He's not listed in the side chat panel anymore. Anyway, I did
Yeah.
notice he was sending messages. It
I didn't
stopped
either.
behind me for some reason.
Well, he's hosting us though.
Still, maybe I'm
In
not.
in the Feywild, I'm all right, but there are enemies here. His spirit is with me. Is something wrong? I'm coming.
I'm coming. I'll be there in just a second. Give me
Pop the hood.
And so they have to succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Right.
Here's hoping they're not wise, but considering they're Fey.
Oh my god, are you
Whoa.
serious?
They had a -1 on
Serious?
that roll.
What's with all the crits?
What was it? 16?
15.
15. Okay, so
So
only
one fails.
the last one. So this one starts running, and they just like move. I guess they can't do it until it's their turn, but this one is gonna run. So let me.
Okay,
Oh.
what about the other ones in the back?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll for them too.
That's a
Wait,
20.
hold on. Let me make sure I actually have the radius to hit
Yeah,
them.
radius. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can't actually see anybody. Is that
I'm watching it on the stream.
okay? I was wondering. I was like, I can't see what's happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you guys not see?
No,
No.
I was like, the
Oh.
tokens are completely gone.
Sorry.
Yeah, I can't see anything that's happening.
We don't have viewing privileges. It's fine.
Boop.
There we go.
Oh, I can see everything now.
The fog is gone. All right. Let me roll for this.
I can see all enemies in our way.
Exactly.
Well, technically, we're about to get more smog. It's just not the happy kind.
Only one succeeds.
So it's the complete opposite.
Wait, no, where's that last? Huh? Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah, you got a 15. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
Pretty good.
That's better.
You halved it.
Okay, so that's an action.
You can use your reaction though to get rid of the one that's gonna run away. Oh, I guess it's not on your turn though. Never mind. Sorry.
So is that an action to do that?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm sure there's a bonus action I can take.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go use the restroom while we're
Do it.
doing this.
I'm gonna do that too then.
Okay, bye.
Go in multiples.
That's an
We're
action.
not going to the same bathroom.
That's wrong.
Wait, I'm a girl. Alyssa can't go to the bathroom just by herself. I gotta go too.
Are you gonna leave me too, Caleb? I'll just DM the session
no.
myself.
I can't leave. I feel like we should take a break. But
I know,
everybody left,
right?
But you're like the only one in the scene anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah, well, yeah. Seriously though, we should. I sent you a message on Facebook, and we should talk about them spirit guardians next
Yes,
level.
yes, we should. Yes, we should. Is that level 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I actually might see it if I can like somehow talk to the caretaker or someone about that.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get in contact with the not caretaker.
Yeah, he's very dead. So.
Did we cut to a break or
No.
No.
Okay, Emily just also left. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, she said girls can't go to the bathroom by themselves, so she had to go with Alyssa. Now it's just the guys.
Men.
Ugh.
Wait. There we go. Now it's manly.
I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself, probably.
Okay.
Unless there's like something else that I can do that I'm not thinking of.
Well, if you want to metagame a little bit, you're about to make Constitution saves.
Well, there's nothing I can do to like.
Nothing you can do about that.
Unfortunately, not. I mean, no, not with the bonus action. I was like, I wonder if I could command somebody to just stop. like stop casting spell. Just like stop. That'd be funny. No, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, it's gonna take 12 rounds to get locate object. Oh boy. Oh no.
Are we gonna cut back and like have Raya continue the conversation, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you cast Shield of Faith, and that's your turn.
So I'm just gonna bump my AC up to up by. Should we just do it mentally, or
Yeah, you can do
should
that.
I actually bump it?
You can bump it up. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So on their turns, they run. You have to use all of their actions and move like every possible movement. Is that how that works? They just run away.
let me double check.
Yeah, they have to use the dash action to get away, don't they?
That's okay.
Must spend its turn trying to move as far away from me as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet. It also can't take reactions.
Okay.
It can only use dash.
Yeah.
Or try to escape from an effect.
So these
prevents
two, and there's no extra save, right? They just it just lasts for however long it lasts.
For like a minute, right?
At the end of each of its turns, the creature can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success.
Well, that's the thing we didn't know until right now.
Oops.
Let's think back to a fight with a certain fire genasi that would have gone immensely differently if we had known that.
Shh. No, let's not think about that.
Or the dinosaurs.
No, you rolled a good intimidation check. They were fine. They were gonna go.
No, yeah, the dinosaurs are gonna go.
Same with the plants.
Maybe we just scared the crap out of I forgot his name. I can remember Mesnin, but I can't remember him.
Kabeel.
Oh,
Camille.
yeah.
Maybe we just scared him enough that he was like, I can't do anything.
I don't know.
I mean, we had him cornered. It was gonna happen.
Nobody puts Kabeel in a corner.
Connor just came and gave me an orange. So that's nice.
Aren't you glad you have a brother?
I am, Seth just said, aren't you glad you have a brother? And yep, it's correct.
True.
It just makes me think, wow, an orange. Hey.
Yeah. He made a trade. I gave him drugs, and he gave me an orange.
On the apocalypse, I'd actually
Wait, can you give me some drugs too?
Yeah, by drugs, he meant this.
None of your nursing friends can ever watch this now.
Dang it, I already have those drugs that he's offering.
True, it's true.
They're good.
Aren't they?
They're supplements.
Yep.
So.
It's still yeah. Anyway. So this last one is still gonna like barf on you. Make a DC 11 Constitution saving throw. Nice. So nothing happens. I mean, you get barfed on, but that's it.
You're
And
just
no,
like,
no
nope.
negative effects.
I mean, it's just rather unpleasant.
Yeah.
It happens, and Darius just says, I wish I could say that this is the worst thing that's happened.
You got eaten by that was alligator crocodile? You were in that thing's mouth.
Yep.
That's actually a good question, because I don't think either of those. Okay, now I need to know this. What?
That was like way long ago.
Okay. Crocodiles.
Are in Australia.
South America.
Well, you
mark?
well, I guess. Will you see them in a while, or will you
There's
see them
the
later?
American crocodile, and it's
Thank you, Jordan.
it's as far south as Venezuela. So I could, yeah, we can extrapolate that a little bit and say in this time and place there are some in Brazil. So yeah, it was a giant crocodile. I know there's a lot of caimans in South America, which is like a smaller crocodilian, but
It was a large creature.
yes,
When we
it was
encountered it.
I mean, it wasn't an actual animal. I mean, it was an animal, but not an animal that exists in our present day Earth. So
Praise the Lord.
yeah, seriously. Okay, so that happens, and that's its entire
This
turn.
is an alligator hippo.
A hippogator?
Hippogator.
Alligator.
No, it's an alipo.
Crocopotamus.
Yeah, crocopotamus. That's
There
good.
you go. Crocopotamus. I love it.
Okay, So it's the little bat thing's turns,
I'm writing that down.
and they're gonna attack you. So, okay, apparently they actually have little daggers. I didn't look at the character sheet close enough. So they aren't just like bats. They have like little daggers, and now they have thorns like all over their like arms because they cast the spell, and so they're just like trying to stab you and like do lots of thorn things. So, you look at Ensnaring Strike again. Okay, so they're gonna make attacks on you. What's your AC?
21. So 2 of them hit.
Cool.
Oh my goodness.
And the one guy runs away.
Yes, that is true. He's off the map.
Can't you use your reaction to attack him?
Yes, you can use your you can do attack of opportunity him if you want. What would you guys do if I just took a big bite out of this with a rind on it right now?
I judge you
would've-
hardcore.
I know.
I
you-
would clap.
Given how you just drink pickle juice straight from the jar, I wouldn't be too surprised. I'd
I
be
know,
like,
right?
I just am imagining Caleb peeling the rind off of an orange, throwing the orange away, and then just dipping the rind into pickle
I
juice. and
actually
eating it.
adore oranges and hate the rind.
So, would you say you think oranges are little cuties?
No. Cuties are little cuties.
Okay.
Because, it's a type of orange.
Also, Alyssa.
It took me a second, like, oh, okay.
I was like, Alyssa's not an orange. Oh.
This is not an orange.
Alyssa's not a
I am a
Oompa Loompa.
cutie though.
Oh, that's funny.
Just ask my husband
Or Emily.
or Emily, apparently.
Yes, you take 12 damage.
Yeah.
Or would you like to do a attack of opportunity?
Yeah, what the heck? Maka, 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 weedle. I hope
Nice.
that hits.
Yep.
Okay, and because I can, I'm going to do a little bit of radiant damage.
Nice.
Dang.
So that and that.
Jordan is simply radiant.
18 damage. Hardcore. Doesn't kill it, but you can tell you like cut off one of its wings. Basically, it's like real intense. It's like
If only that was enough to intimidate them to make them run.
no. Why do I always do this?
Did you not give them separate HP?
I didn't. What is wrong with me?
Caleb, even I know that you should do that.
I've been a GM for this game for more than a year now, and I still can't do this right.
Does he need
What's
to make
really
a
bad is you
constitution
weren't doing
saving
this before.
Yes. So make a Constitution saving throw and a Strength saving throw for me. 2 of them.
Whoa.
2 for each.
Me?
Yes.
throw? It doesn't say you need to make a strength saving
Yeah, that's
throw.
on the spell they cast.
Oh.
Yeah, so 2 Strength saving throws and 2 Constitution saving throws.
Yikes.
Yep.
This is why you don't just travel to the Feywild for funsies.
You know, you're 100% right, and I don't think I'm going to make a trip back here anytime soon.
Unless you have a really good tour guide.
To be fair, I don't think you were trying.
Yeah, I wasn't. But, you know,
Or you really need to save some children.
Yep.
okay, so I'm making 2 strength and 2 constitution.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. 1, 2. And add, don't forget to add,
+4.
is it proficiency bonus or
It's your charisma modifier, remember? So
which
it's
would be
plus 4.
5 because I leveled.
Nice.
So lowest one is 10.
Lowest is 10. What's the second lowest?
17.
Okay. So, the only thing that happens to you is...
A strength save that failed. Or a strength save was 10.
Yeah. And it failed. So, you are restrained by magical vines until the spell ends. While restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage at the start of each of its turns. A creature restrained by vines or one that can touch such a creature can use its action to make a strength check against your spell save DC. On its success, the target is freed. So you can try this on each of your turns. But yes, that happens. And some vines attack you. And you feel the time tick on your locate object spell. 11 more turns. Darius, roll a d6. Or I'll just roll a d6.
Were we gonna cut back to Riot to the
yes, we should do that. So you take 4 damage, and then Raya, yeah, what do you say back to Darius after he said that thing to you?
Geez, making me use all my spells? Why don't you?
Unless you don't say anything back to Darius.
You're
just like that.
What am I gonna say? We have no means of getting. I just kind of say to everybody else. Darius is in the Feywild.
Are you saying this in common or in primordial?
I guess I'd say it in common first, and then figure Toity can tell.
Yeah, I'll translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Tizak looks very troubled. It's like, but why?
Yeah. And there's enemies around him, but he says that the owl isn't there, it's just his spirit. Wow. But he also said that he's coming. So, I mean, I don't know if I can't do anything to help him at all.
Maybe. But he's alive?
No, the ghost of Darius just
Shut up, Raya.
Well, should we let him know the owl's not here?
I mean, I can. Is that gonna help him?
I don't know, will it?
I don't know, but sure, I'll send him a message back saying, how strange. The owl isn't here either. I wonder where he is. Best of luck.
Right, roll a d100 for me. Yeah, you're good. Cool, yeah, so that's what you hear, Darius.
Frick. I think Darius kind of says like a dwarven curse word.
Right, sure.
Let me just translate it.
Row your boat.
That would be pretty messed up.
I was gonna say, would it be corn blossoms?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's if Toity was
mine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is that a halfling curse word?
Yeah.
Because I thought that, Josh's character was a dwarf.
Yeah, no. So he heard that from a pixie.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah, I stole your line, Toady, for Anno Domini. I had one of the pixies that they met use the curse word, and now Josh's character is just using it all the time.
I don't even remember when I said that.
Well, it was when you guys were fighting the Allosauruses in the rain, and I don't know why it came up, but it did.
I may have just said it randomly.
I think I asked you what's a halfling curse word, and you said corn blossom.
Oh yeah, and I know why.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that happens. And so Darius, I think it's when you say that to yourself, like, right, we don't, dwarven curse word here. That's when you see.
Oh no.
Over here, you see the owl. and it kind of like, it's like more feral somehow, and it's like perched on like this little tree, and it's looking at you with like a predatory expression, and it just screeches really like unnaturally, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And so the great owl, like the one you had been talking to, says, "Oh, well, that's where my body went." Yeah. So this is a thing now.
This is bad.
So, can you, like, you know, get back into your body, or
Possibly. I'm unsure. I've never been separated from my body like this before.
He's having an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, literally.
Great. So now you have these things and an owl to beat. Wonderful.
I don't know if he wants to beat it. That's the owl's body.
It's true.
I have a plan. I have a contingency plan for exactly this situation. I just got to make sure it works.
I hope it's not rolling.
Exactly this situation.
I hope it's
How
not
long
rolling
do you
in
spend
character.
coming up with contingency plans, Jordan?
I work 8 hours a day by myself, isolated. The only thing I'm doing is grabbing a metal box on wheels and pushing them. I have all the time in the world, baby.
That's fair.
Let's do this.
That's fair. Oh, that's funny.
Man, this is filed away under contingency plans. Feywild. Great owl. Body separated from spirit. Ah, there it is.
I call this plan Down with the Spirit.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Add it to the list.
And so as this is happening, I think we cut away to, it just looks like the sky. We see like an aerial shot of the jungle. It's very obvious that the village is below, like that Raya, Toidi, and Arya are in currently. But we hear this like roaring, not like in an animal sense, but like it sounds like a plane flying almost, or something flying. And we kind of pan out, and from this like arbitrary point in the sky, and suddenly a black like shape just like flies by. Would all three of you make perception checks for me?
Oh, this is back in the real world. Okay.
Yeah, this is the seven serpents finding the village.
Emily's catching on.
Great.
Because it turns out the only thing that was keeping them from finding this village was
the
the
super
owl.
owl.
And it just so happens there's a certain thing traveling around right now.
And I've already used my rod of rulers.
Oh, you have, haven't you? Isn't that just a wonderful coincidence?
Oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
And you'll see why it's a wonderful coincidence in just a moment.
Because I'm pretty sure I know why it's a wonderful coincidence.
Ari's about to be happy.
I know.
Okay, well, turns out whatever this is isn't very stealthy. So yeah, y'all see Ix in the sky.
I had a feeling it was gonna be that.
Ah, fricks.
And he's like circling like a hawk, like he's obviously seen the village and he's starting to like circle.
We should have expected this.
And with that, let's go ahead and take a break.
I knew it!
Because I need some time to.
Need some time away.
I need some time away from this man.
Before you explode.
No. No.
Okay,
Hi,
let's cut the
guys.
stream now.
All right, we'll be right back with more Terra Nullius right after this cliffhanger.
4 of us will be back.